All right, let's get ready to make our insect drawings. You can decide how you want your paper set up. I'm doing it vertically because I want a longer bug. I'm going to go towards the top and I'm going to start with my eyeballs. I'm going to think of two shapes for eyeballs. I'm choosing two circles. Notice how I stop and start at the same point. Now we're going to use two lines to connect these to start forming the head. Did you want a pointed one or a curved line? You decide. Now we'll make a curved line that comes around. So here's our head. Now we're going to form the body. Before we do that, we're going to divide this in half, like so. Now I'm going to need to decide what kind of line do I want to come out from here to here. Do I want it curved? You notice how I'm air drawing it? Do I want it bumpy? Do I want it zigzaggy? You get to make the decision. Air draw it first. Oh, my line's going down a little further like that, so I'm going to extend this line. Do the same on the other side. I might have to turn my paper so I can see where I need to stop my line. And now I've formed the body. Now we're going to add our 6 legs. So I think 1, 2, 3. We can make them segmented using different shapes. What does your bug have on the end? Is it like a pair of pinchers? Is it 1? I'm having to angle this a little bit to get it to fit on my paper. Starting and stopping. 1 more. Maybe this leg is a little thicker. Whatever I'm doing to one side, I'm doing to the other. Do you have antennas? Thinking about different types of lines. Maybe I have a spirally line. Maybe I have little spiky things. Now we can start thinking of different line patterns, and we'll break these up into shapes. So when we're thinking about line, we have straight, zigzag, spiral, wavy, cross, diagonal, thick lines, thin lines. So many different types of lines, spirally lines. So think of all those different lines that you can use on your bug. I think I'll use those. Maybe on here I'm going to have curved lines. I can even thicken up these lines a little bit. How about a zigzag line? Maybe I have a couple curved lines meeting like that. And I do some spirals in here. Maybe I'll think about some shapes. If you're coloring in any shapes, remember edges first. All right, now that I've finished up all my shapes, I'm gonna get my watercolors ready. I have my water, my brushes. I have a couple different kinds of brushes. I have a tiny one for tiny details and a bigger one for larger details. Gotta get my brush wet, figure out what kind of color I'm gonna use, wake up my paints, spin gently. I think I'll start at the top. When you're done with that color, clean, press your bristles. I'm going to continue with purple and create a little bit of unity by repeating this color. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and cut this out. If you have like antenna, be careful around that. I'm gonna leave a little halo of white paper. But I can get my scissors in here. Notice how I'm turning the paper. All right, now we're gonna pattern our background. I have a little bit of diluted paint here. You're gonna get your finger out. Your hand is at the bottom of your paintbrush, and we're very carefully gonna tap. And we'll get some splatters. Reload if you need to. It's just a small tap moving around my paper. Now all we need to do is add some glue to the back of our bug, right around the edges, just a few dots. Now when you go to put it on, if your paper is wet, you're going to hold it with two hands, line it up, lay it down, and then just press on your bug so you don't get your hands all over that wet paint. And there is our line bug design. We use lots of repeating lines to show repetition, straight lines, diagonal lines, wavy lines, crossed lines, vertical lines, to create an interesting insect.